Hey, what's up, guys? Just one second, just trying to set it up. Hey guys, sorry about that. I don't know what that was about. Sometimes when I first start up the stream, it just doesn't work. Like, it seems like some of you guys can see the videos, but others can't. I don't think Edgar is better than Faceless, honestly. I think he's pretty underwhelming, which is unfortunate because I also ended up getting a second Edgar myself, so I'm going to end up 6-starring him as well. But that's just the way it goes. Sometimes you got to work with what you got. Trying to make sure my team does well in the arena before the time ends. Why am I watching this? I think the audio might be a little bit too loud for the game. This is the private server, actually. Sorry if whoever I'm farming is actually in this chat. You guys are the only ones that aren't in our guild that are actually in the top 5 right now. I actually have a video on my channel dedicated to how to set up the private server if you want to check it out. It's just a matter of downloading the APK and running it on your phone or BlueStacks. Alright, appreciate that. Best of luck setting it up. It's not too difficult. Any errors that you may run into, most of them I have covered in the video, so... This poor team. They have a pretty strong team, but Our guild is so far up the ladder that it's hard to really fight anybody else. Oh, I didn't get Flame Strike. This is the free up arena. This reset, if I had to place my money on it, I would say it's going to be the arena event, just based on the trends. Yes, you can actually have different accounts, but different accounts on the same email on different servers. I'll show you how to do that as soon as this battle ends. Balrog is a good tank for sure. Dominator still is not worth it. But yeah, if you want to have multiple accounts on different servers, all you have to do is go into settings and click on this little computer button over here, and normally there would be a list of all the servers. Of course, where this is only the private server, there's only one available, but there would be a bunch here if you were on the official client. I don't think so, Josh. Unless you had your email saved to the account, there's no way you can recover accounts when they're lost. That's why I advise everybody to attach an email to their account as fast as possible. It doesn't even have to be a real email. It can just be 123@fake.com and then put a password, and you can use that. Yeah, I need a Flame Strike on this account, and I need a second Flame Strike on my main account. That would help my team so much. If you don't sign in and you either clear the cache on your private server or you delete it and reinstall it, you will not be able to get your info back. The best way to get gold in the private server is the Hand of Midas. It has a ton of gold for how much you spend. You spend like 70 and you get like 2 million or close to like 1.5 million or something like that. Of course, doing the vent raid every day helps as well. You can sell some of the garbage gear that you have, like if you have blue, green gear lying around, you can sell that. Make up a little bit of money. Hey Sophie, thanks for joining us. Alright, so what do I have to do on this account? I think, do I have the guild stuff done? I have 1 stamina left. It doesn't matter what server you're on in the original client, as long as you download the private server, it'll install a different client, and then you can start over on server 1 for the private server. Rainbow Murder. How did that go? Can't see. How is their team? They have a 6-star, 6-star. Let's roll it. It's hard to get into this guild right now because there's so many people that are looking to get in. We have like 4 people in queue again. Even though I tried to avoid using the queue, it was unavoidable. There's just too many people. No, it's not just your luck there, Angel Lord. I think it's a lot of people's. I spent about 120 summons this time, and I didn't get either of them. I did 120 on the private server and 140 to 150 on my official client here, and I didn't get either of them either. So. Half of that is true. You do have to download a special app for the private server, but you won't have the heroes that you have on the official server. They're two separate entities. I don't even have a group on this one. That's unfortunate. I do have a guild, though. I have to manage my guild. It's so tedious how Guild Wars works on the official server now, where everybody just saves up all their stamina the whole time and waits till like the last little while to attack. What do I think of Flame Strike? She's definitely the best hero in the game, like bar none. Super strong, super strong. If Flame Strike, if you have Flame Strike as an option to power up your team, then definitely do that. The private server has a few big perks. The main perk that I find personally is the fact that everyone plays on one server. So you have a large community with the most experienced players that have ever played all in one group. So that to me makes for a lot more of a competitive and social experience than the way the current official server is set up with like 50 plus servers. Like that's annoying. But there's also things like you get VIP 13 right from the start. You do not have to pay for it, and you get like I think it's like 800. We worked out 800 gems per day, as well as 5 heroic scrolls per day and 2 prophet orbs per day. So it does help you accelerate a little faster, and it kind of motivates people to just there's no pay to win kind of experience. Holy War. All right. Yeah, having Flame Strike and Walter on the same account is amazing. That's an amazing start. The Avengers. How strong are the Avengers? Oh, they're pretty strong. I hate the way Guild Wars is currently. This is so annoying to play. No, your odds for getting 5 stars do not go up as you level up in the game. It's the same throughout. In fact, it seems like most people find that the lower levels seem to get the new heroes, but I don't think that's true either. I think that's just anecdotal evidence, but it does seem like that sometimes. Yeah, the campaign does cap you out at a certain level, and it is kind of annoying, but I do prefer to be capped out because at least that way you know you're getting the maximum experience that you can. I hate being capped because I can't beat the boss. If I can't beat the boss, that's really annoying. Yes, actually, that checking for updates error has been happening a lot to a lot of people, and it happened to me last night. Actually, I hadn't had it happen the past few days, but last night it did happen, and it went away after about an hour and a half. Now I'm pretty sure Meh and Anon know about it, so if there's something they can do about it, I guarantee you they're working on it already. But I don't know what it would entail. Like, I'm not a moderator or an admin, and I don't know anything about coding, so it's hard for me to really put input on those types of things. But I guarantee you that Meh is working on it if it's a problem that he's noticed. All right, so I've got to wait to use these stamina, and that's super annoying, but that's all I can do. I can do the rest of my daily events. Hey, what's up, High Noon? It costs me 400 on my main account to add heroes now, to like space in my inventory. I don't want to pay that because it's a lot of gems. No, you're not too late. I pretty much just started. I don't know how long the stream is going to be, of course, but I only just kicked it up, so... the owner can, of course, edit the odds of getting 5 stars, but at the same time, you don't want to have it too high, because if you accelerate the user base too much, then it may get boring very quickly when everyone's just at like the top tier with very similar teams. So it's kind of like the process is a part of enjoyment in this game, and if everyone ends up at the end with an optimal team too fast, it may kill the ability for people to want to play. I think Sleepless is pretty good, especially in the private server right now. He seems really strong because HP walls are kind of valuable, and he's one of the best there is. He's just hard to level up, and compared to like the damage Dark Arthendal puts out, it's hard to justify leveling him up, but getting him to level 5 or keeping him at level 5 or getting him to level 6 is pretty worthwhile. Hey, what's up, Chaos? Deck tips? I'm not sure what you mean. I definitely think Emily is better than Faceless, in my opinion. I actually really like Emily. I think she's one of the most underrated heroes in the game right now. She might not be like the absolute best for the perfect team, but I think she's a high tier hero, very similar to Queen in that way, where Queen is probably not the best for an optimal team, but a very, very strong hero nonetheless. Faceless might be strong between like 6 and 7 stars, but as you get to 8 and 9 stars, she starts to fall off a little bit because she won't be critting enough. She only crits 30% of the time, and that's just 1 in 3 fights that she's going to really do her optimal damage, and even then she's not amazing. But the fact that she has only a 30% chance to be like decent is a real big gamble in my opinion. And this is coming from a guy who has two level 200 Faceless, so... Lord Balrog is definitely better than Fat Moo. Lord Balrog is a respectable tank, where Fat Moo is completely useless and has no point in this game. Sierra is okay, but she has the same problem that all of the like 4 stars that become 5 and 6 stars have, and that is that her base stats are kind of low. Her attack is actually okay, but her HP is terrible, and the odds of stunning is not great. And I think her last ability is like completely wasted, where it's like when she dies, she has a chance to freeze the enemies, but it's really, really low chance. That's pretty worthless. The most overpowered champions right now are probably Flamestrike as model, and either Bloodblade or Demon Hunter, I think, would probably be the top 3. Once you get past the first 2, it starts to become a lot harder to decide. The private server, you can find a video on my YouTube channel about how to install a private server. It's just about getting an APK and downloading it and installing it on your phone or BlueStacks or whatever emulator you want to use on your computer. Gusta's stun is okay, but the problem is that he does no damage. If you want Gusta on your team, or for someone who does the job Gusta does, you just want Ice Blink. Ice Blink does everything he does, but better. If you haven't registered your account and you delete the private server, or if you try to access it on a different phone or a different computer, you will not have your information. Malisa's okay. She is the most asked about hero, I think, of all time. Everyone, I swear to God, every second to third question people ask seem to be about Melissa, because, or I'm not sure how to say her name. I'm probably saying it wrong, but she's an average hero. She's not bad. She's pretty good in PvP. She's okay. In PvE, she's actually like a little... She's respectable because she has the poison damage, and that can work very well with other heroes like Faceless, who are very common. Yeah, Idle Heroes is playable on a computer if you use BlueStacks. Like, that's what I'm doing right now, is I have it on BlueStacks. Or there's another emulator called Nox, N-O-X, that you can use, and that's also, a lot of people prefer that one. I personally like BlueStacks better, but Nox is also very highly rated. Logan is not that great. If you have Sleepless, I wouldn't worry about Logan. I have no idea if you can make your own private server. I mean, Meh made his, so if you have the skills that he does, you could definitely do it. Now, it would be hard to convince people to switch, because Meh is a very good developer. He's very active, and there would be very little reason to actually move on from the current private server to another one. So I would just recommend using the private server that we currently have, unless you wanted to perhaps make a like test server where you just screw around with high level teams. Now, I don't know how you would do that, but if you could figure it out, that could be of value. Yeah, a lot of people do have trouble with BlueStacks. I don't know. I find it strange because BlueStacks is the one that works better for me. When I run Nox, Nox is the laggy one, and it also seems to like have trouble with OBS for some reason. Sometimes it just doesn't record properly, and it'll freeze up. I don't know why. It's probably my computer. It's not the programs. It's my computer that's having trouble with it, but for some reason that's the case. Hey, what's up, Jack? Wow, you know, I'm a big idiot. I thought that Guild Wars ended today. Why do I always make that mistake? I do that like every time, too. I think for some reason that Guild Wars ends on Thursdays. I don't know why I keep doing that. That's like the 4th or 5th time I've after doing that. It's hard for me to understand what you're asking there, John. If you hadn't registered your account and you try to access the game on a new phone or a new computer, or if you deleted the server and then tried to reinstall it, you lose your progress. If you didn't register. If you did register, you're fine. All right, excellent. Good luck there, William. I hope it works out for you because it is fun to do that kind of stuff. I remember when I was younger, I tried to run a Ragnarok online server. Now that was like a million years ago, but it was a lot of fun to fool around with it, and I did get it working, and I did have a small community. But unfortunately, I was so young at the time, like I was only like 13 or 14 years old, that I could not support it. Like I couldn't afford to get a server going for it, so I just hosted it off my own internet and computer. And of course, once you hit like 10 15 people, it starts to bog out really bad, but it was a good experience and I really enjoyed it. I met some good people too. I don't think it's particularly bad to have 3 assassins in the backline, especially Bloodblade. Bloodblade is actually really strong, and same with Lutz. Lutz is a mage killer, so he's very valuable. I don't think it's bad to have them at all. Faceless is more average, of course, but still, look at my team. I have 2 Faceless and Mirage. And again, I'm not like the best, but I'm a pretty high tier player. I can beat most teams. I don't really run into a team very often that can defeat me unless they're throwing a ton of money at the game. Of course, anyone who's like a Shower, if they want to throw $20,000, $30,000 at the game, they're going to beat me. But if you level up your heroes and you have a strong core, which like my core right now is Mickey, Aiden, and 2 Faceless, you can win most battles. No, I don't think that Ent Elder is very good. He's a very soft unit, very low HP, and he doesn't heal very much either. Queen is actually really strong. I think she's like a top tier hero or a high tier hero. Not top. She's not the best of the best, but she's right on the cusp. Hey, what's up, ASD? Faceless is definitely better than Mirage. What do I want to level up? I probably should finish off doing hit. I really need more guild tokens. God, I want more guild tokens. But you only get them from the bosses. And this boss is so difficult. I still think Starlight. I think Starlight is better than Mirage. Mirage is one of the more underwhelming heroes, unfortunately. He's okay in PvE, but in PvP he's really soft. Lutz is very good because he counters the current meta. Lutz allows you to stun Aiden as well as stun a Faceless, or not Faceless, sorry, Flame Strike. So Faceless, oh my god, I said it again. Flame Strike and Aiden are some of the biggest damage dealers in the meta right now, so being able to stun them with an 80% chance is amazing. Hey, what's up, Wall? Now, Mirage isn't, like, good in PvP. Don't get me wrong. Mirage is only okay in PvP, and he's only okay in PvE. Yeah, I don't have too much to do on the private server right now, I think. It's a personal mail. I'm not going to look at that. The free up arena is pretty close to being finished. No, I don't. If you heard me say something good about Fat Moo, that was a mistake or a misinterpretation, because Fat Moo is garbage. Fat Moo is the worst. I hate that guy so much. I have accounts right now. I have 2 accounts on the official server, and I have 1 on the private server. Yeah, I have a level 180 Fat Moo as well. I hate him so much. Fat Moo is the worst decision I've ever made in this game. I have a level 200 Dominator, and I would take him every day over Fat Moo. I hate Fat Moo so much. All you have to do to access the private server is download the APK and run it on your phone or BlueStacks. I have a video with the current location of the APK somewhere in my channel. It should be within the first or the latest 10 videos if you want to check it out. Yeah, Flame Strike is the best for PvE or PvP, whereas Walter is the best for PvE. Dragon Slayer and Dom are pretty much the same thing right now. They're almost exactly identical. I just go with whatever one you find that fits your current team lineup. So if you have an ability to hit an aura, for example, I would just go with whatever one allows you to do that. Hey, not too bad, thanks. How about yourself? How you feeling? Galaxy? It's a tricky name. I suck at pronouncing names, so I'm sorry if I get any of them wrong. Kareem is actually slowly becoming less and less appealing to top tier players. Kareem is pretty much only good in the second slot right now because of how quickly he dies, and even in the second slot against the best of the best, he's going to die quickly because most of the top tier teams now have Asmodel and Demon Hunter and other heroes that can just beat up the second spot, and he just doesn't survive. You're right, he doesn't last very long. But until you get to that like top echelon, like literally the best of the best, Kareem does scale insanely well. But as time goes on, that's going to be less and less relevant. Ah, yes, summer break. Nice. I think Dom and Underguard are the same thing, same problem. All those meat shield tanks, they're all not good. So if you have to choose one, just base it around whatever aura you think fits your team better. Yes, he did, ASD. I don't know if that was intended or not. If it isn't, I'll stop accessing it. I just was trying to keep you active as well. By second slot, I mean the second spot in the front line. So not where your tank would be, but the one right next to him. All right, will do, man. Thanks for the addition. It really helps a lot. I'll keep trying to progress it as much as I can. I had a buddy do that to me on the original server too. I have his official account. He hasn't signed in forever, though, so I don't think he is coming back, unfortunately. If you mean to change servers to, if you're on the official server and you're just changed to another, if you're on the official client and you change to another server, you can just go to this little computer menu here and you can find all the servers and you can go back to whatever one you have your account on. If you mean that you downloaded the private server and you want to get back to the original client, all you have to do is open the original client. The private server should not have deleted it and did not delete it, so it should still be on your phone. If you can avoid it, I don't think Edgar is worth 6-starring. That being said, I'm probably going to do so myself because I do have 2 Edgar and I don't really have much choice in terms of a tank right now. But that's unfortunate. Yeah, there's if you're talking about accessing the private server or the original server, there should be the private server should be labeled Idle Heroes with a P in brackets, and the original one will just be Idle Heroes. But yeah, let's take a look at Edga. See how much he changes from 5 to 6 star. So where is the 5 star? The 5 star has 25,000 HP and 2,600 HP. He goes to 69 and 61. He actually jumps a nice bit in attack and HP. So he might be a lot stronger 6 star than he is a 5 star. So we'll have to see. I'm gonna 6 star him on my account, but I don't know if it's actually worth it. I don't really have much choice myself, so. No, you can have multiple servers. Like as you can see here on my official client, if I go to, I have an account on server 8 and I have one on server 1 as well. And I still have access to my original account, so I can jump to server 8 completely fine. And I have this level 24 account that I don't play at all, but still exists. As well as I can just jump right back to my server 4 account with no problem. Even that message, I don't know why it comes up with that message, because that message is like a psych out, makes it feel like you're doing something that is irreversible, but it just isn't. It's just a weird thing. The new event on the private server will be the same one that shows up on the official server, and that'll most likely be a arena event. Hey, what's up, man? Man. I think I've seen a little bit of it. I didn't really pay much attention to it because I think it's just the devs maybe noticed that there's a lot of people playing the private server, so they're just trying to kiss ass and say that they're going to do a bunch of upgrades and stuff like that. But to be fair, they've ignored our complaints for a long time, and if they're deciding to fix things now, that's great, let them do it, but I'm not really going to look forward to it. I'm not going to hold my breath because the devs are very lazy for these games, and that's just the truth. It may not be nice to say, but it is that way. I've seen Meh on the private server already make and add features to this game that have improved it in like the month that his server has been out, not even like 2 weeks. His server's been out for 2 weeks. He's already been able to add features that the original client could use that they just don't because they're lazy. I think the value packages for the last arena event were just gems and arena tokens, which is kind of unfortunate, but I think that's what it was. I actually don't have that many arena tokens saved. I only have 13 on my main account, so that sucks. Yeah, I don't want to look at my mail because it's not like a system mail. It's a private message, so I don't want to put that on the server or on the stream. I mean. Bloodblade is amazing. He's really strong and potentially the third best hero in the game right now, I feel. He might just be that strong. Yeah, you're right. It probably is more greed than laziness. They kind of look at a profitability versus effort chart or equation, and if they don't see the profit being worth the effort, then they're not going to do it. So you're right. It is based more on greed than laziness. I'm just kind of being a little spiteful about the way I'm describing it, but you're definitely correct. Yeah, I have seen Bloodblade a few times at 9 star, and he's insanely strong. I can't actually check it out on the... Maybe, actually, I can see if I can find it in the Guild Wars. I don't know if I can. Oh, wrong place. Oop. Clicking all over the place now. Let's see if I can find a Bloodblade battle in the... Is there any here? No, there's only a... We can look at a 7-star one just to see how it is. Oh, okay. It's hard to tell with some of the Guild War matches. Yeah, you can't really tell here because there's so little happening. But you can tell how strong Aiden is. That he only had 3 units and Aiden still managed to put out 800,000 damage. See if I can find a better example. not gonna be here. Holy War, how about you guys? Now, 1 stars are garbage. You just use the altar to turn them into promotion stones. But you should always keep 1 honest man in your inventory, just to keep yourself grounded. Remember where you came from. I don't think there's any of them in here, actually. I'd have to go into the free up arena, and I don't have a team right now. Favorite type of pizza? That's actually, it's probably just combination, actually. Combination without green peppers. I love, like, hamburger meat, pepperoni, ham. Actually, pretty much, actually, it's probably closer to all meat than combination now that I think about it. But not pineapple. Definitely not pineapple. If that's what you're getting at, it's definitely not that. You're on season 18. Server 18. You're in Holy War, ASD. Same name? Yeah, you are, dude. There you are. My buddy Quetzalcoatl took care of you. Quetzalcoatl has one of the best names I've ever seen. That is a very sophisticated pizza. I don't live in an area where I can get pizzas like that, and I don't make a lot of pizza myself. So when I get takeout, I usually get very basic pizzas. Faceless did a lot of work. Your Dentalian did absolutely nothing. That's unfortunate. Or he probably was dead at the beginning, eh? No, he wasn't. I don't know. On the private server, you just get gems from logging in, as well as completing the daily events and doing your taverns. You get a lot of gems for doing taverns because there's a lot of events available, or a lot of tavern quests available where you have VIP 13. Quetzalcoatl is German, and it means the Crushinator, or something of that nature. That's what he told me it means anyway. It's based off of the Futurama episode where they're on the moon and Bender hooks up with like this giant crusher robot that's like the farmer's daughter or the farmer's robot or something like that, and her name is the Crushinator, but in German it's called the Quetzalcoatl. Yeah, it seems like pizzas are a lot more intricate than I ever thought they could be. I've never had such a sophisticated and high-profile pizza, for the lack of a better word. Sounds really good, though. I would like to try some of these crazy pizzas. Ezio, like the guy from Assassin's Creed? I mean, that doesn't really mean anything. I don't, he was on Soul Calibur too, right? I guess it's cool to have crossovers like that, but at the same time, I don't think it really impacts the game that much as a whole. You already have characters that look pretty similar to him, and stuff like Walter looks pretty close. It's kind of like this hooded figure. He doesn't have the cape, I guess. What am I looking for Walter in there? Yeah, but Walter kind of reminds me of an Ezio type character anyway, so I don't really think it's that important. I'd like to see them add some League of Legends characters to this game, because I know that the owners of Idle Heroes are DH Games, and DH Games are a subsidiary of Tencent Corporation, and Tencent Corporation owns Riot Games, who owns League of Legends. So technically, you could see all sorts of weird characters in this game. The worst 5-star in the game, at like first glance, I think it's probably Norma. I don't think Norma adds anything to any team whatsoever. Her heal is so low for one enemy or for one ally, and that's all she does. She just heals a little bit, and her stats are bad. I think she's probably the worst if I had to guess. If you meant neutral 5-star, Bade is the worst neutral 5-star. Bade as someone who starts at 5 stars is incredibly weak. The best healer in the game, if I'm not mistaken, is Ormus. I think he's the best healer in the game. He does all allies heal 54% for 3 rounds. I think that's the best. I don't think you can beat that. Thale, I think, would be the second best with 57 for 3 rounds. No, that's pretty similar, actually. What was his? She's 57. He was 54, actually. Yeah, she might heal more, but how much attack does she have? He had 8,000. She had 7,000. That's actually very, very close. They're very similar in their healing capacity, actually. She has 43,000 HP, and he has... Okay, so he has way more HP. The amount of HP that he has would make him a better healer, in my opinion, compared to her. Plus, he also gives this explosion where he just does damage when he dies. I always forget about Gurk as a healer for some reason. I don't know why. But Gurk is an okay healer as well. He does 70 hit, but it's only 70 for 1 turn. That's the problem with him, is that he does have a bigger heal immediately, but they heal more over time than he does. But Gurk is a good hero, don't get me wrong. He does respectable damage for how much healing he does as well. And he has good HP, just like Ormus. He has lots of HP. Yeah, Gurk is really hard to level. I actually do have a level 100 Gurk myself, but he's not going nowhere. Him and Asmodel they're just stuck at this level forever. What am I going to do with them? I'm pretty sure it's just her. Forest Song does not affect your allies. That's an ability that's just for her. It's not that they cost more resources to level up, it's just that light heroes require other light heroes to level up, and light heroes are very rare. So for example, if you want to take him from 5 to 6 star, you're going to need another Gurk as well as 3 other 5-star light heroes, and then that just keeps getting worse and worse as you try to get him from 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and then 8 to 9. That's going to keep compounding itself harder and harder to deal with. I'm actually not stuck in campaign on either of my accounts right now. I'm maxed out. I think, actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm lying. I might have just forgotten to progress this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not stuck. No, I don't have a 6-star Asmodel. It's only 5-star, unfortunately. A 5-star Thale in the private server is actually very strong right now because the heals are super important. But later on in the game, she is not very important. She falls off over time because her HP is so low. Yeah, in the tower, the Gurk stages and the Thale stages are the worst. That's actually where I'm stuck on both my accounts. On the Tower of Oblivion, I'm stuck on the Thale and Starlight stage. These guys, I just can't get past them. Or at least I couldn't last time. I'm pretty sure the next event will be Arena. Again, that's just based on assumptions. I don't know that for sure. Oh, that was really good stun, though. Maybe I can actually beat this. That might have been super lucky right there, because I got 2 of the Thales were stunned, so... Alright, I got this. Nice, that was unexpected. I did not expect to actually be able to beat that. I did manage to get the 100 summons in the current event, so I do have a lot of the extra material needed to level up the dragon. But I just don't have the gold. My gold keeps going to my heroes at this point. No, thank you. I did get an Aiden recently. I'm trying now to get the second one to make him 6-star. I'm curious if Aiden is going to be my best in this game and in the other one. Oh my god. This is where I'm gonna get stuck again, is on this Gurk stage. Yeah, Margaret stages are really strong too. That was the last stage I was stuck on my main account, was one of those Margaret stages. I think it was 4 of them and 2 fat moves in the front row. Yeah, this is gonna take a lot more luck to beat this one. If you're playing free-to-play on the official server, it's very hard to get 5 stars, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. It's not easy at all. And on my main server, I'm stuck on just a harder version of the Gurk fight. I probably could spam these out and just get really lucky with the crits and the stuns from the dragon, but it's so tedious. The heals are just so much. Yeah, thanks very much. I'm glad you enjoy. My dragon? Let's just see. Let's take a gander. Oops. My monster on this account is level 26, or I can make it 27 right now. He's level 27. He has 10,000 times attack for his damage and a 17% chance to stun. And his ability is level 9, which is... Monster can go to fight now. He will increase team HP 5,800 and attack 3,380. Or 3,380, sorry. I just love the way that's worded. It's so bad, but it's enjoyably bad. Monster can go to fight now. That's amazing. And on the private server, my pet is level 17. But I have a lot of the currency. I just don't have any money. My money is just not really... Well, I do have a bit of money now, but I'm saving it up because I might be able to get Edgar to level 6 when I get the orbs. I think I just need his... what is it? This guy. I just need to get this guy. No, actually, I need more than that. I'm a liar. What am I talking about? But I still would rather save it up because it takes a lot of gold to level up 6 stars. Alright, just be right back 1 second, guys. Alright guys, sorry about that. Alright, so what else can I do here? See what the campaign, see if I'm actually able to keep progressing on this. I thought I was level capped, but apparently not. I don't think Balrog is that bad. I think Balrog and Dantalion are actually very close. Dantalion does more damage, but Balrog is a far better tank. Why does it say there's an hour left? Really? Shouldn't there be only a half hour left? Oh, no, that's the stamina. Duh, I'm an idiot. Okay, got scammed is still in the same place. Ours is 2. Okay. I would just go for 6-star Balrog. I don't think there's really an issue with that. He's very tanky, and his crit reduction is very good. Why am I watching this again? I'm just watching my team get beat up. I know I can't beat that guy. That guy is like the second strongest player in the server right now. Trial of the Champion opens up tonight too. That's cool. Malisa's okay. She's a very average hero. Average in PvE and average in PvP. But I think she's a little bit better in PvE because her poison can stack well over 15 battles as well as works. She synergizes decently with people like Faceless. Sorry about that. Market. Is anything valuable here? I can get some profit. Oh. Okay. Girlfriend's getting rowdy, just trying to destroy everything behind me. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any more stamina before it ends, unfortunately. I attacked Vietnam 2 a nice bit, as well as Windcode, is it? Or who was it you were looking to? Yeah, Windcode. I attacked both of those a nice little bit. Unfortunately, I think I attacked you guys a nice bit too, though, Mr. Calzone. That would be you guys, right? Pants? Yeah. I attacked all of the top guys. I can't do a face cam right now because I don't have a camera. I only have my phone, and the phone's quality is really garbage. So that's unfortunate, but I am planning on getting a camera for the 2,500 subscribers. I'm investing into it now, and then I should have it around that time. That's a really strong team, Morgan. I wouldn't worry too much about any of those heroes. The only problems I would say is that Bleaker is more of a stun bot, so he's not great for PvP, but he's very good for PvE. Yeah, it's not so much me, Calzone, but Curexis, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, Cunexus here, he got really strong. He went from having no 6 stars to having 2 of them overnight, and that made him really powerful. I've just been kind of upgrading my team's levels because, which reminds me, I don't think I upgraded it. Yeah, I need to update my team, but I basically just leveled up my heroes. My heroes I had at the beginning of the hero free team up arena. I just hadn't had them at max level. Hey, what's up, Nicholas? If you have Bloodblade, Fatmu, Kareem, Mirage, and Melassa, and another Fatmu, all 5-star, I would replace Fatmus with Faceless every time. Ah, nice, Sophie. It's really good to get Flame Strike to as high level as possible. That's why, like, Long literally just has his team based around one Flame Strike, and he can't be beaten. That faint Flame Strike with the boost that she gets from the other heroes is just too strong. It's just insane. Yeah, that's a good idea, Long, actually. As long as I keep Cunexus and you in the first and second slot, I think we should be fine. I don't think Scammed can really fight us. They only got away with fighting us before, which you can't see now anyway. The only reason they got away with fighting us before was because I was in one of the first 2 slots, and they were able to beat me up. So, yeah. Yeah, that is kind of true, but they will not nerf Flame Strike that early. They only recently released her, and she is bait to attract whales to spend a lot of money on their game. So I do not think they would lower her value. Even if they did lower it a little bit, she's still beyond powerful, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. See a replay of Faceless in action? Sure. It's overwhelming how powerful she is. Like, she just one-shot 3/4 of the team. Even her basic attacks are ridiculous for her level. And you look at the stats, and she's doing 200,000 damage at level 7. I think Dentalion is probably the best for PvE if you include the Brave Trial. Brave Trial Dentalion is pretty ridiculous. Yeah, and it's not like Long does not have better heroes than this. Long does have more heroes as well as his Flame Strike, but this just entices people to try to attack him because they think, oh, maybe if we just stun that Flame Strike, we'll be able to win. But Flame Strike has a lot of HP, and she's very hard to kill quickly. So she survives the first burst of damage and then just obliterates you in one hit. It's ridiculous. She's insane. Margaret's okay. I don't think she's a bad hero. It's just the big problem is that she's kind of average. She's really strong in PvE. Like, for Marauders, she's amazing because her poison damage gets to last all the turns, all the 15 turns, and that does a lot. It is easier to 6-star and level up Faceless, though. That's for sure. But if you do have a Margaret, like if you manage to pull Margaret from the Summoning Altar or the tree, you can buy another one from the altar very cheap. It's not very cheap, but it's only 3,000, and that's not that hard to get. I mean, this server's only been out for like 2 weeks, a week and a half, and I've already got 1,100. I don't know what that email is, but 1 second, I'll check it out just to see. Yeah, it was a buddy messaging me about the guild, so it's not really too important. Not important for the stream. I don't know what game I'm going to play after the Zelda one, actually. I think I want to try the Oxygen Not Included game that I was talking about before. But I don't know. Like, I might try just a few. I might not go too in depth with it. Maybe do like 3 or 4 episodes, maybe make them a little bit longer. I might make like 20-30 minute episodes and just do a few of them, and then that'll be it for that. But I'm definitely willing to take suggestions. If maybe I should do I'll do a straw poll for the next stream. I'll think of a few good games that I want to play, and then I'll do up a straw poll and let you guys vote on it, and whichever one is the winner, I'll play that. Oh, Jay Wiz, that'd be amazing. If you mean like channel art and stuff, that'd be godlike. I'd appreciate that so much. As you can see, my YouTube channel banners and stuff are pretty primitive. I'm not very good with like Photoshop, or I just use Paint. I didn't even use Photoshop because I don't have it. So I just threw together some stuff to make it look at least a little bit decent. And I've always liked the Legend of Zelda, the Links holding up all the Triforce pieces. Hey man, that's what I do. That's why I like to host this. This is the only reason I actually do these live streams for Idle Heroes. It's not so much to play the game, because Idle Heroes is not a very active game. So if I'm going to live stream this, the main focus is going to be talking to you guys. Today will be the new event. It'll probably start in like 3 hours. I think they start at like 11:30 my time, and it's close to 9:30 now. Crash Bandicoot is always really fun. I played those when I was really young and liked them a lot, but I haven't played them since. One of my old friends from Smash 64 is actually the world record holder for speedrunning. I think it's Crash Bandicoot 2. Super Boom Fan. I don't know if any of you guys know who that is. He's the best North American Smash Brothers player, as well as he's the best North American Smash 64 player, as well as the world record holder for Crash Bandicoot. I think it's Crash Bandicoot 2. The dude's a prodigy. Mirage is actually not very good 5-star, unfortunately. I'm on the east side of Canada. Yeah, I live in Newfoundland. Newfoundland, Canada. That's where the funny accent with a boot and all that stuff, you know? That's how she's done. I don't think he has gone to any of the Games Done Quick events. I don't know if he has been invited or if he just doesn't choose to go, but he is sponsored by like Panda Gaming, so I think he has a lot more motivation now to go to those type of events to increase the brand awareness. So you may see him soon, actually. Yeah, I live on the west coast of Newfoundland, so my accent isn't actually as bad as many others. If you go to the east coast of Newfoundland, it gets insane. There's people you can hardly understand them. If you Google it or search for it on YouTube, you can find some hilarious videos of these people trying to talk, and you just going right over your head. As a Newfoundlander, I can't even understand them. I think 1 tank and 5 DPS is the best, and eventually you actually want to have like no true tanks and 6 DPS, so you can have something like Ice Blink as your tank, or even a Priest as your tank, or a Mickey. The least amount of tanks you can have, the better. Canadians for the win, man. Woo! So what's the free up arena looking like? Looking pretty good. I don't think that Got Scammed can touch us as long as Long and Cunexus are in the first slots. Starlight is okay, but she only really becomes respectable at 9 stars, and even then she's only respectable in the second slot, and the second slot is so competitive right now that it's hard to justify putting her there. But she can carry versus some of like mid-tier teams. Not a Trump fan, eh? I'm gonna stay away from the politics. I'm a dangerous guy when it comes to politics. I don't share very many common opinions, so I'll avoid that for the benefit of the stream and everyone involved. I don't have radical views or anything like that. Don't get me wrong, but I generally dislike politics actually for that reason. People get so uppity about it one way or the other. Yeah, I agree, man. I don't want to turn this into a political thing. It's an Idle Heroes stream, not a Donald Trump stream. Hey, what's up, Oscar? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It looks like Oscar, and I'm gonna say it is. I hope it is. Okay, I'm stuck. Now I'm capped. Okay, I'm actually capped here. I'm currently 42nd. I've climbed my way back up to the tier. I'm actually on the top 50 tier list now, so that's a good thing. Yeah, well, I'm just capped in the campaign now, so that's not much to do. And this is where it comes, like, to my problem with streaming Idle Heroes, is that there's just nothing for me to do now. I don't really know what's up. I can't really do anything. I have nothing that I can actually do, so I'm just talking to you guys, and I don't mind doing this, but there's nothing for you guys to really watch. You're just kind of looking at the screen, jittering back and forth. The best thing to buy with guild tokens is definitely guild tech. The guild tech is really important. The amount of free stats you get from guild tech is unbeatable. Like, especially the last year where you get like spell damage, you get HP, you get crit, you get base damage. Guild tech is so important. Yeah, sorry guys, I can't actually accept any of you guys into the guild. I have a list of a few people who are already in line to get into the guild, and we're getting very close to being capped on members, so it's super hard to navigate the guilds. I really wish they had more space, and I really wish all the space was allotted at the beginning, but it's just so hard. I live stream using OBS. I find it's the best software for doing so. I think XSplit is okay, but it costs money to use it, so I just went with the free option. Oh yeah, that's true. I probably should have saved my the magic bread from the arena or the mill. I didn't think about that. You're right. I just used it. I spammed it, trying to find something for you guys to watch. Yeah, I use OBS Studio and then BlueStacks on PC. The reset will be coming soon, so that'll give us something to do. I gotta kick around for 10 minutes, though, is the trick. Alright, have a good night, man. Thanks for tuning in. I don't think it becomes... I'm not sure how it works in this game when it comes to true damage. If you have 100% armor break, you will ignore 100% armor, but there are things like Ice Blink, for example, who just lowers your damage. Ice Blink, here we go. When attacked by an enemy, reduces their attack by 4%, so true damage is kind of an iffy thing, where I think armor break just ignores armor, but true damage ignores armor and debuffs. I think it's that way anyway. It's really hard to know because there's no real specific equations that are given to you, and they don't really talk about it in the help menus. There's no real advice about how these stats work. Oh no, Luke, you're throwing Long under the bus. Zephyr. Name does sound familiar. I'm not seeing you on the top 50 though. Where are you? Where are you? Ooh, I don't see you there, buddy. Yeah, I can agree with that. I don't do the arena very much either. I'm ranked 249. I have an honest man in my party, so clearly I'm not too concerned about it either. I just look at it as a way to gauge what your power is. Alright, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that. I hope I can continue to make entertaining and informative videos for you guys. Even as I branch off from Idle Heroes, I will still always make Idle Heroes content, of course, because it is a game that I really enjoy, and I know a lot about it after being a player for so long and talking to so many top players who've spent a fortune and have put a lot of hours into trying to theorycraft. So hopefully I can continue to bring that to you guys in the videos. Really appreciate it. Hero Promotion Stone is a pain in the ass. The only way you can really get it is from the Brave Trial or from the Tower of Oblivion. Those are your two best ways. Every now and then you can buy it in the marketplace for like 100 gems or 120,000 gold. I always buy it with the gold. I don't usually buy it with the gems because it's kind of expensive. Idle Heroes will definitely die eventually. It's a Chinese-developed game with the intent of farming whales. So once those whales start to dry up, the game will die. That's just the nature of these kind of mobile games, unfortunately. Now, I do hope with the advent of the private servers that we can extend that shelf life for a considerable amount of time. Rogue Legacy. Sounds super familiar. Rogue Legacy. Yeah, I think I've heard of this before. This is of course a roguelike game, hence the name. I do enjoy games like that too. I played a lot of FTL, which is a roguelike game, procedurally generated, and it's super fun. So I might actually really look into that. Thanks for the tip. Alira's okay. She's very specifically good for bosses, though. Like, she's not that great in PvP, or even in something like Brave Trial, but she's really good for the friendship bosses, because she can lower their power. I always run Alira in my team, specifically, because she allows you to have more turns to fight them. You're not going to get killed as fast, because she's sapping away their power, which allows you to survive the long run. You can stay till 15 turns and actually fight it out. I'm not going to watch for 15 turns, though, because that'd be super tedious. Alright, good luck, everybody. Basically, of course, included. Hopefully, we can all get great runs. We need to get some good heroes. Faceless is okay. She's pretty average. Falls right in the middle of the pack, in my opinion. Yeah, that's true. I could watch the entire fight. It might run the risk of triggering Crimson Lynx if he's here, though. I don't know if he's here. I haven't seen him say anything, though, so we'll see. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining in the stream. I don't think I'm gonna get triggered. Oh, him? Yeah. Put it on 1 speed. Just to bait him out. Are you here, Crimson Lynx? Are you watching this? Hey, what's up, Jerome? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, you do have to make a new account on private server. It's a fresh start. And the reset just means that at like a certain time every night, all of the daily events and daily server notices get sent out, as well as the event ends, and free up arena will end. So there's like just a bunch of stuff that kind of happens all at once, and people can call it the reset. This is extremely slow though. Can you imagine watching 15 rounds of this times 10 every day on 1x speed? This is just the worst. This is actually triggering me. It actually seems like it gets slower the longer the fight goes on. Yeah, you're right, the sloth guy. That's definitely true. It does feel like 1x is like a slow motion, 2x is normal speed. And they should have it 3x too to actually speed it up. A lot of games of this nature do have a 3x speed. Unfortunately, Jerome, we don't really have any spots available, and there's a queue actually that has built up. So there probably won't be any slots available for a while on the guild, unfortunately. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, this takes 100 years. You could grow old just watching this. And it would not be a good way to spend your time. You'd have a lot of regrets. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. It's getting hard. Oh, hey, what's up, Crossfade? Yeah, wherever Crimson's too. I bet even if Crimson is not watching this stream right now, I guarantee you he's like twitching a little bit or something. He's like, oh, I can feel it. Something is not right in the universe, and it's me watching this at 1x and not skipping. This is, Jerome, this is to troll Crimson Lynx. Crimson Lynx hates it when I don't skip the fights, so in order to spite him, we are putting it in not only not skipping the fights, but we're going to have it dragged out. Well, honestly, though, that's not the reason why I decided to do it. I'm doing it just to have something on the screen because I'm running out of stuff to do in Idle Heroes for this stream, and I want to continue to do it at least till the reset. So this is just killing time. It's something to look at. It's better than just staring at the home screen. The reset should have gone out now. Okay, the reset should have gone out now. Oops. Okay. So, we got some stuff. Ah, yes, of course. Excellent. Got first place. I forgot to check out that at the last second. Wicked. Got first place. Got the new icon. Beautiful. I definitely have to say thanks to Connexus and Long, though, because without them, I definitely would not have gotten that. But I honestly don't even really like the first place icon that much. I definitely prefer the second place icon to the first place. I just like the red background of it. I don't like the orange background of the first place. So, let's check out. The first thing we can do is you can go to my bag. I have enough 5-star shards to check out a new summon. And it's Balrog. Of course it's Balrog. Who else could it be? It had to be Balrog. There was no way it could be anyone else. The outlining of the profile picture comes from Guild Wars. We finished in the top 2, so we ended up getting that border. Now that's a mistake. It's supposed to be the red border that you can see. Is there anybody in the chat that has it? No, there's nobody here that has it. Okay, there's supposed to be a red border for second place, but the other ones kind of got screwed up a little bit. But hopefully this event, this time with the Guild Wars, it should reset back to normal. Yeah, no, I don't mean to say that Balrog is a bad hero. I just have way too many of them on the original server, and he probably actually is a better tank for me. Edgar is not a good tank. Balrog is definitely a better tank than him, and I would switch over to him if I didn't already have so many of the materials needed to make Edgar a 6-star. Speaking of which, that's no good. And that's more 5-star shards. I've gotten so many 5-star shards from this thing, it's not even fit. Claim that. So I wonder what place everyone else got in the arena. Yeah, this is the red one I was talking about. This here border that Leo has, this is supposed to be the border for 2nd place, but for some reason there was an error internally with the code, and I think 4th to 8th got that, whereas 2nd place got the purple border when it's supposed to be the other way around. Trading Mirage for Ormus is definitely good. Yeah, lol, of course. When you watch my stream or my content, you're bound to get additional Balrogs that you do not need. It's just the lay of the land. It's gonna happen. Unavoidable. Have scrolls, but I should probably be saving the scrolls for an event. It's just so hard to save. So hard to save. Oh, nice. Congrats. It's really good to come into top 20. You get decent rewards. You get a lot of gold. Like, I'm up to 700,000 or 7.6 million. 7,000. Alright, so I can do some of my daily quests. I gotta log off and then log back in. Ugh, I feel sorry for you, Isaac. That's unfortunate. Can send out and receive all of the hearts. Can scout. Got some more gold. What can I do with that? Everyone's leveled up, so I should probably just level up my monster. I have a lot of material I can use on him. So let's get him leveled up. 15%. There we go. Got him up to 17%. Excellent. I can level up this as well twice. So now my pet is very strong and he can go to fight now. That's excellent. That's exactly what I needed him for. Do I have enough to do my wheel? How many do I need? One more. Can I buy that? No. Not for 2 hours. Is there one in here? Yes. So I will do the wheel. So much green spirit that I don't need. Ah. That is unfortunate. I definitely wanted dust instead of that green spirit. Yeah, thanks, Obscurity. It's growing a lot faster than I thought it would, to be honest with you. I did not expect Idle Heroes to generate so much demand. It's really, really nice to see. Yeah, the green spirit is useless. I don't know why you get so much of it and there's nothing you can do with it. You can't convert it into anything. It's just a waste of space. Do I not have a priest? Priest, there we go. Not high enough. Oh wait, yes, there we go. They need to come up with a way that you can convert the green spirit into something. Oh, Mickey's request. That's nice. I'll keep that for a tavern event. I got a Roy. Do I change Karam? I would definitely keep your current team. I don't think Roy is better than any of those heroes you named, actually. I would get rid of Mirage for Lux. I think Mirage is the worst one there. Come on. Oh, come on. I keep misclicking. There we go. Hard times. Okay, I'm almost done with this tavern stuff. Actually, I should probably start spending gems to recycle these now. Yeah, it's worth it to recycle gems. So like to refresh until you get a 4-star heroes. And I've finally gotten to the point where I actually have enough strong heroes that it might be worth it. Oops. Another personal mail. Mickey is definitely not as good as Lutz in PvE, but in PvP, I think she's better. Yeah, 4-star from a basic summon. That's nice. Get the honor guy out of there. Can't sacrifice an honorable man. Honest man. I don't even know his name. Okay. Yeah, obscurity. I've had a few instances like that too. I didn't use a 6-star crew, but I definitely used a 5-star crew to level up Faceless, as well as I used an Aiden to level up my Dominator, and that's so bad, so unfortunate. Okay, so I have to do one heroic anyway. That guy. I have a lot of that guy. I feel like I'm getting close to getting him to 5-star. I have 3 of him, and I have all the bears that I need. So I'm getting pretty close. I don't think Mirage is particularly good. He's not bad, but he's definitely not top tier. He's probably not even high tier, honestly, which is unfortunate. Yeah, definitely get Flame Strike to 6-star as fast as you can. Flame Strike is amazing. If you're free to play, then Mirage is okay. I have a level 200 Mirage on my account, and I'm VIP 6, and there's not really much I could have done about it. So it's hard to say. It depends on situation. Just know that if you get the chance to switch between him and someone else, I would definitely switch to someone else. Yeah, I've gotten so many Dominators myself. I hate Dominator. He's not as bad as Fat Moo, but it's just... He's so lackluster. Out of times. Alright. Go complete the campaign. No problem, man. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I'm probably going to call it an end here, though. It's been a little bit of a shorter stream than I usually do, but I kind of ran out of stuff to do anyway. And I probably should go get something to eat. But I really appreciate you guys for coming tonight, and thanks for joining. You guys can hear what's going on in the background, as my girlfriend's actually playing League of Legends. I didn't know you could hear that, though. It's pretty quiet, but apparently you guys can pick it up. But, yeah, guys, thanks for watching tonight. I'm going to call it an end here. I appreciate all you views, though. Thanks for joining me, and have a good night.